Support for WYES is made possible by Mary Lou Kristovich in memory of her husband, William Kristovich.
Good evening, I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out, spotlighting the New Orleans area's arts and entertainment scene. Seated at our table tonight, Ron Forman, president of the Audubon Nature Institute, here to discuss the Zoo-to-Do taking place next Friday at the Audubon Zoo. Welcome once again. Good to see you.
Always good to be here.
Hey, great to have you. Poppy Tooker, host of the radio program Louisiana Eats, airing twice weekly on WWNO. Hey, Miss Poppy.
Hi, Peggy.
He is back. Michael O'Hara, songwriter and leader, singer for a long time ago, the Sheiks, but now the band Resurrection, and they'll be performing with us tonight. Yay!
That's right.
Okay.
I'm so glad to be back.
And he's going to be performing next week at the Willow, formerly Jimmy's. And of course, Steppin Out's theater critic, Alan Smason, editor of the Crescent City Jewish News. Welcome, everybody. But first, Poppy's been at the JazzFest.
Fresh from the JazzFest.
We can smell it.
I hope the word fresh is operative. And let me tell you what, the hottest JazzFest news I've got this year is when you walk in the front gates, just to the left, where Loretta's has always been with their delicious pralines and cookies, they have, okay, blows me away. First of all, this is a lump crab beignet, okay? The lump crab meat is gorgeous with a little remoulade.
Whoa. But it does look like a beignet.
Well, you know what it is? It looks like a beignet, but I think it's puff pastry fried. It's squares of puff pastry. Now, here's for something else pretty new. Now, I'm going to just dig in here with my finger. This is a praline stuffed beignet.
Now, who knew we could combine those two?
And of course, Peggy, you know, I just have to say one thing.
Here it comes.
If it's JazzFest time, I, of course, have a pork chop sandwich in my purse. Thank you, Miss Linda. I'm going to try to wait until the show's over before I eat my pork chop sandwich. It's the best way to start a day at the JazzFest. It's the best way to end a day at the JazzFest. It's just the best way. And be careful. It does have bones.
And where is it? Which booth is it?
Miss Linda is, I can't tell you which one. She's over
Linda,
by Mr. Okra.
Yes.
That's all I can tell you.
That's good. That's only in New Orleans we can get to those comparisons.
Then this year, Cuba is the country of the cultural exchange. And right out, it's fabulous to go visit over there. They're actually rolling cigars. And just outside, New Orleans' very own Congreso Cubano is serving this incredible, oh my God, it's ropa vieja, black beans and rice and plantains. And they also have a palette café con leche, which is a fancy name for a coffee popsicle. Then I've got a lot of other news, things that I think people should know about. And of course, I just love the Jazz Heritage Stage, the Food Heritage Stage. And I will be there in the grandstand tomorrow at 12:30, making red beans and rice kala with green garlic mayonnaise. Then coming up right after me, my beloved Frank Brightston at 1:30, making backyard crawfish boil soup. Then we're going to also shoot to next weekend, next Saturday at 11:30 at the Cajun Cabin. Oh, no, forgive me, I'm wrong. This is also tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11:30, before you come see me, go see Joyce Park of Little Korea Barbecue. She's going to be making Korean short ribs at the Cajun Cabin right outside the grandstand. Now we're going to go to Sunday. And on Sunday, Mark Jacobs of Margie's Cafe, and I don't know if you've been yet, but I was there last night and it knocked my socks off. Spicy charred pigfoot with citrus and cane syrup. That's also going to be out at the Cajun Cabin on Sunday. Next weekend, looking forward, 1:30. Boudin tamales, yum, on Food Heritage Stage with Wilfredo Alvilar from Merrill, Emerald's new place. And then on Sunday, closing out the fest, Sunday, May 7th at 12:30, curried goat with sweet potato gnocchi, perhaps Nina Compton's most famous dish from Compère Le Pain. And of course, course, you get tastes of everything. So really, it's a great place to be. And if for any reason you are not going to the JazzFest tomorrow to see me, I don't know why that would be, you should go to the Southern Food and Beverage Museum, where there is going to be a cultural exchange with a Saudi Arabian chef named Baydar Fayez, and he's going to be doing a cooking demo, and tomorrow is a free admission day. So you can go see the museum for free. You can learn all about Saudi Arabian food. I know nothing about it. Do you?
No.
Big day tomorrow. Thank you, Peggy.
Margie's Grill. Okay, I know you talked about it a few weeks ago. It's on South Broad. Where do you park? Do you park on the street?
Yeah, you park on the street.
Okay, it's near Broad and Tulane.
Yeah, it's very near Broad and Tulane. It's so good. On the downtown side, Aqua Building. And last night when I was there, they had opened up their outdoor patio seating.
Oh, good.
So
that's an exciting addition to Mid-City.
It's the place to stop on the way home from JazzFest. It really is.
Okay, great. Thank you. And it's so nice to see you, Ron. And we know seeing you means it's, of course, this time of the year, the Zoo-to-Do. I was so surprised to be reminded that before it was called Zoo-to-Do, it was called Beast Bash.
Yeah, well, first, it's hard to keep up with that excitement. I'm looking at great food, great entertainment.
Hard to follow, yes.
But I think the zoo may be able to match you.
You do.
We have the Zoo-to-Do coming up. And the Zoo-to-Do is critical for our city. It's been the 40th anniversary. It's raised almost $50 million private donations over that 40-year period. It was matched with about another $50 million of other donations. And it allowed us to take the worst zoo in the country and now made it, it was just rated by U.S. Today as the 5th best zoo in the country. So good things are happening at the party. It's a lot of fun. We do have about 50 restaurants of our own, and people enjoy it. There's also a lot of different libations going on at the same time, and there's great music going on. Great event, makes a great difference in our city for our kids, our families, but most important, saving species for the next generation.
Well, also, I like the fact that there's usually a goal in terms of the Zoo-to-Do. We're focusing on this and that over the years. You've had the carousel, the endangered species carousel, and this year you've got coming up Jaguar Jungle Part 2 edition.
Yeah, the Jaguar Jungle, the South America, the Central America part of our country. There's some fragile ecosystems going on right now that will be lost forever if we don't protect them. So we have a great jaguar jungle. The wildlife, the jaguars are beautiful. People walk through that exhibit, but we're building a new wing to it. And some people may be a little concerned because you go into a night house, it's nocturnal, and there's bats flying everywhere. So not only do you see the bats, but you see the endangered animals in that part of the world. And again, we teach kids to protect the ecosystem of our world for our kids and our next generation of families. One
of the things that's just sort of a showstopper and many showstoppers of the zoo is that in the Jaguar Jungle there is this plate of glass, this really large plate of glass. So you can be right up next to the jaguar, and he's on the other side, fortunately, too. But that is really quite the setting. The
building of the zoos, it used to be there was a word called cage, or cages. That has become the ugliest four-letter word in a zoo. We have homes for animals now. So we build natural environments, we get you close to the animal, but we provide to the animal, which is the most important, they be happy. We give them water to swim in, trees to climb. They have great diets of their own. Nutrition's wonderful. And so these exhibits are a lot of fun, and we're excited about it. But we also, just to leave the zoo for a second, we have coming up this summer the opening of the Louisiana Nature Center again. The Audubon Louisiana Nature Center was flooded with the hurricane. It's in New Orleans East. It's absolutely a beautiful...
It used to be called Joe Brown Park.
It's a Joe Brown Park.
Still called that.
And so it is an incredible asset for the entire city, where kids get their hands dirty, they dig in the mud, they climb, they walk through the trails, and that's going to open this summer.
That's really exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The Scouts go over there, too.
Really?
A lot of Boy Scouts would spend the night in the Nature Center, too.
And they're been back.
Yeah, very good.
Girl Scouts too.
Oh, good. Ron, how long have you been with the Audubon Institute?
A couple of years.
A couple? No, really?
Maybe 43 years.
Congratulations. That's so nice.
I
that
started
wisdom
when I
and
was 4.
consistency and hard work. But congratulations.
Thank
you. And New Orleans Magazine's quiz queen, Julia Street, has a question for us. Last time, Janetta Finney told us the 2 products that Avery Island is famous for, one from above the ground, the other from below. Peppers and salt, of course, the hot sauce. Now tonight's question. Of the several JazzFest stages, one is located in the grandstand's paddock area, area, and another is named after a Cajun expression. Name them. Email your answers to steppinout@wys.org. Our prizes: a year subscription to Louisiana Life magazine, a pair of free admission passes to either the Audubon Zoo, Aquarium of the America, or Butterfly Garden and Insectarium. Thank you, Ron. And plus, we have a tea towel with the message Blues Bourbon Beignets from our friends at wearablevegetables.com. You can visit WYS.org for our online calendar to see our lineup of events, and you can also link to our WYS YouTube channel to view our program. And Michael, it's so great to have you back. I know you've been a busy bee, but
busy.
Next Tuesday, you've got something real exciting coming on.
Yes, I'm going to be opening the show at the Willow.
Formerly Jimmy's.
Formerly Jimmy's. And Resurrection, we're going to open the show with so many wonderful special guests that will be there, artists and stuff. So I'm very honored to always play there because Jimmy's was a forefront club for my whole career here years ago when I was only 2.
Exactly, when you were only 2. Now, I understand Tom Morell and his band, they'll be doing a Professor Longhair tribute and the meters and all. There's no real piano night this year. You know, WWOZ does that. So this is sort of, to me, takes the place of that a little bit. You know,
and I was really blessed by
opening.
Jimmy to ask to play there because I'm obviously a pianist myself. But I won't be playing the Professor Longhair music. I'll be playing my own with my band.
Yes, and we're going to hear you. You're going to play for us tonight.
I'm honored to play
now you're
for you.
also working on a new CD. Tell us about that.
I am working on a new CD and a new record deal, and I'm real excited about it. I've got some great songs I've been writing for my band. Of course, when we perform, we do the songs, a lot of the songs that the fans remember from the Sheiks. But I've got new music, and the youngins, as we call them, they're coming out and dropping it like it's hot, which inspires me to keep my weight down so I can throw it with them.
And you can twerk, I understand.
I've been twerking, and as a minister of the gospel, I settled that with God each performance.
That's right. We should remind everybody that you are an ordained minister.
I am an ordained minister, and I just performed a wedding ceremony on Saturday, so it's really nice. I get to wear a lot of different hats and a lot of different colors with this hat.
Now, obviously, the way you are garbed tonight, you don't mind being remembered as the Sheik.
No, I don't at all. I'm flattered that the people still remember me, and that at this age of 62, I can still come back out and have a fresh approach to it and stuff like that. And
well, look forward when
new
that
music
CD
and
comes
everything.
out, too.
Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations. And once again, Tuesday night,
7
at the
Willow, 7 o'clock.
You can pay at the door. There's a little bit of a fee there, but
Yes.
that's a great space and full of
really
good
is.
memories, too. I
It
know Jimmy
really
Anselmo devoted so much of his life to getting bands in there.
Well, you know, I call him Pa because he has really been a father. He is the father of the music scene business here. And so, you know, he's helped everybody, and he certainly helped me in my career. And so any time that I can give back to him and be a part of that, I'm there.
So for folks who want to keep up with you, Facebook or what's best?
Facebook, Michael J. O'Hara on Facebook, or you can go to The Chic with Resurrection. I have about 5 or 6 pages. I have merchandising and everything like that. They can get CDs and T-shirts and everything like that and keep up with me. Then I have a page that's called Chic Talk, and you can ask me questions and you can ask for prayer, whatever you need. And I answer everybody because I believe that's the way I was raised. People don't owe you anything. And so when they do respect you like they respect me and support me, I like to give back to them as much as I can.
And you look fabulous.
Thank
and,
you very, very
just
much.
to remind some folks, at one point, how much did you weigh?
Well, to date, I've lost 210 pounds. And I've
So
lost,
maybe they
since the
can
last time I
email
was
you
here,
about
I
how you
lost
do
another
that.
10. I gave birth first, and then I changed my diet because I had diabetes, and I almost died. My blood pressure was 287 over 187. And when the doctor told me you're going to die, that was it for me. And so I changed, you know, and now what's really amazing to me is that living in Food City here in New Orleans,
right,
I've
Poppy's
learned
right
how
here.
to eat. And still enjoy the cuisine here because there's no place like New Orleans for cuisine, right, Poppy?
So go to Facebook, and if you have any questions
Michael
about how
Jarrett.
you did it,
How I did it, I will
can
tell
email.
them.
Okay, well, good.
Yes,
Thank you, Mike. It's
absolutely.
great to have you.
Thanks
and
for
we're
having me.
so excited because let us watch as Michael and his band Resurrection perform Michael's original composition called Breakdown.
Don't it make you wanna break? break down. Darling, I come to you with my heart and soul. I offer you. Ooh, yeah. I hope you understand the way I feel. I hope you understand this love is real. Even though I'm all alone, waiting by the telephone, one of these days you will give in, and that's when you're gonna break down, girl, yeah. That's when you're gonna break down, oh, yeah. Don't it make you wanna break down? Ooh, you're gonna break down. Bridge. By the telephone, one of these days you will give in, and that's when you're gonna break down, girl, yeah. That's when you're gonna break down, oh, yeah. That's when you're gonna break down, down, yeah. Don't it make you wanna break down? Ooh, you're gonna break down.
Jimmy's, that's Tuesday evening at the Willow. And we're so excited by that, 7 p.m., and we're so thrilled that Michael's been with us. And now, though, it is time for Alan.
Well, the strains of jazz and rhythm and blues may be rising out of the historic fairgrounds this weekend, but if you listen very closely, you might be able to hear the fractured sounds of Broadway as played by Jefferson Turner on the piano for the hilarious Ricky Graham, Farley Jean Merman, and Sean Patterson in Hello, Darlin', as they continue their run of sold-out performances at the theaters for the performing arts there. First, the bad news. All shows this weekend at Rivertown Theaters are sold out.
They're not doing enough performances.
And it's no wonder, because with the hilarious lyrics and the fantastic performances by three of the most comedic stars that you can imagine, and of course, Varla spends some of her time in New York, but here in New Orleans, when they're here all together, the funniest material they've done in years. It's whether they're lampooning some of the musicals like newcomers like Hamilton, or trashing Broadway old stays like Phantom of the Okra, if you will. This is comedic fare that's mostly G-rated. There are a few double entendres that'll mostly go over the heads of some of the youth if you bring any. But the good news is that they are putting on a special extra performance this Wednesday night. So if you miss it, you got one last chance to go catch them Wednesday at the Lagniappe stage. And there's also more good news. Because of the runaway success of this program, they were going to be doing another show in September. Now they decided to remount once again Hello, Darlin' in September. So you'll be able to see it if you miss it this time out. So all I can say to that is, yeah, you're right. A shout out to Ricky, to Sean, and Jeffrey Roberson, of course, the alter ego of Varla Jean Merman, for the wonderful costumes they did as well. Again, Hello, Darlin', through May 3rd, but only this Wednesday night. Now, from the ridiculous to the sublime, I wanted to let you know about a very nice production of Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill that's been going on at the Pontchartrain Landing. This is on France Road in Gentilly, sort of underneath the high-rise, a little bit beyond that. The play, which recently won a Best Actress award for Audra McDonald, of course, requires the lead to be able to sing and channel Billie Holiday, which is what it's all about. Lady Day, of course, the tragic singer, as she performs at a Philadelphia nightclub only a few weeks before her overdose from heroin. Sharon Martin channels the personage of Billie Holiday very well. She's an absolute great singer. She was exquisite in many ways. She needs to sing a mournful dirge like Strange Fruit. She nails it. And when she wants to tackle an upbeat number like Moonlight Becomes You, she's absolutely spot on. This is a role she played several years ago, so it's understandable that she's still at the top of her game. Joining the cast is Hal Emerson this time out. The bartender purveyor of Emerson's is none other than WDSU TV anchor Norman Robinson, I should say former anchor. He's making his stage debut, and she performs, of course, with a live trio every night at 8 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays, or at 3 o'clock on Sundays. So tickets are $20 for the show, or if you want to eat dinner or have a brunch, it's an extra $30. That's Lady Date, Emerson's Bar and Grill. You really have the flavor of being in a nightclub, and it's a great show. Go check it out at Pontchartrain Landing. So do you remember I said at the end of last year, Peggy, that this was the year of 2016 was the year of the woman on stage? Well, it really was pretty much that, and it was pretty much that the case at the Big Easy Awards this past Monday night at the Orpheum Theater. For the second year in a row, Leslie Claveret won the Best Actress in a Musical Award. This time it was for the title role of Lizzie, the musical about Lizzie Borden and friends. Also taking home a well-deserved Big Easy Award for her outstanding performance as Laura Wingfield in Le Petit's production of The Glass Menagerie was Lucy Faust. And meanwhile, the Cripple Creek Theater did quite well with a performance on stage of Ragtime, and Jefferson Turner was named the Best Musical Director. And here we see Jefferson picking up his award with his former fellow NOCA faculty member Janet Shea looking on. Honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award, Anthony Bean was at his best, and he advised that his new theater, with a capital campaign of well over $2 million, will be ready to go later in the year. Another one of the guys, finally, who got named for an award was Bo Bratcher for his direction of 4,000 Miles, which is a production that starred Carol Sutton and James Bartell. And as a reminder that this was a night to celebrate music, here I am with Irma Thomas, the legendary star, and Trixie Minx. So everybody mix it up at this event. That's the burlesque star in Egdesius, as they like to say. Again, Deacon John Moore was honored. That was Irma was there to more or less bring him on stage and talk about his Lifetime Achievement Award. Cameron Mitchell-Ware, meanwhile, was acknowledged as the Best Actor in a Musical for his portrayal of Coalhouse Walker Jr. in Ragtime. And then back to the ladies. Best Actress in a Play, Carrie Cahill for Grounded. She brought her mom with her. And Idella Johnson, of course, won for Best Featured Actress. We're going back to Lizzie now. And this was the big winner of the night. They won 5 awards for Lizzie, including, of course, a performance for Best Director for Christopher Bentavenia, who also was the Theater Entertainer of the Year. So congratulations to all the winners, of course, to all the presenters. Didn't have a chance to bring them all up. But again, Cecile Montaigne was the MC for the night. Meanwhile, you may recall Abby Botnick, who played Rosemary in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying at Rivertown last year. Well, she's back. She's going to be playing, however, Spanish Rosie, or Rosie Alvarez, when Rivertown Theater's the Performing Arts play Bye Bye Birdie starting next week. It's a musical, of course, that launched the careers of Dick Van Dyke and was the first starring role for Cheetah Rivera. So I'm looking for some good things there.
Sounds great. Thank you. And now it's time, though, for our Artist Spotlight. Tonight, we are featuring this year's JazzFest posters. This is Funk Foundation, a portrait of the Meters by Francis X. Pavey, who depicted the Neville Brothers in the 1997 poster. This year, he was asked to return to 1966 to portray this legendary group: Art Neville, George Porter Jr., Joseph Zigaboo Modaliste, and Leo Niancintelli, who's been on our show. And this year's Congo Square poster is Taking It to the Street, a portrait of John Batiste by Brandon B. Mike Odoms. Both Batiste and Odoms are native New Orleanians and graduates of NOCA. Batiste, of course, is the band leader for CBS's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. The posters are available for purchase at the JazzFest and on their website under the Posters tab. And now it's time for our picks. Ron.
I tell you what, we're excited. Mother's Day. Irma Thomas, the
Yes,
Queen of Soul.
indeed.
She's coming back. We have thanks to all our moms.
What a gift, too. Boy, Poppy.
Okay, tomorrow, New Orleans Crawfish Fest, Sunday too, at Central City Barbecue. Barbecue, crawfish, music, everything. It's like a mini jazz fest. Go over there.
Okay, Michael.
I'm going to be playing with my band Resurrection and in Slidell with as Rehab at the Dock, and that's at 8 o'clock in Slidell. So that's my pick of the week. And then Jimmy wanted me to also say that at the Willow tomorrow night, Deacon John will be performing with special guests, J.D. Hill. Love them both. They're very good friends of mine.
Great.
But come see me.
Yes.
The final shows are playing for Hand to God and Gutenberg the Musical Saturday and Sunday at the theater at St. Claude, and they're really a lot of fun. I hope you'll get a chance to see them before they leave.
Okay, and don't forget to pick up this year's JazzFest program guide, available for purchase at the Fest. By the way, I will be signing my book about the fairgrounds, which includes a chapter on the Fest, at the book tent tomorrow from noon to 1 p.m. And then I'll be interviewing musicians Mark and Ted Broussard a little later at 2:45 at the Allison Minor Heritage Stage in the grandstands. Next Friday evening, Basin Street Records label celebrating their 20th anniversary with a trumpet battle with Kermit Ruffins versus Irvin Mayfield, Henry Butler, Dr. Michael White, and more. And that will be at the Little Gem Saloon on Rampart Street in Poydras. Tickets are $25 in advance and $30 at the door. And now we leave you with more from Michael O'Hara and Resurrection with another original song, Don't Worry About Me. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Come and get your coat and dresses. Come and get your easy chair. Come and get your shoes and makeup, my baby. I promise that they're all there. I'll leave a little cash on the table with a farewell note for you to find, telling you that I'll be able, my darling, to leave all of this behind. 'Cause it's alright if you wanna leave. Ooh, baby, girl, it's alright. Don't you worry about me. I'll be dancing in sunshine, moving through moonlight to better days ahead for me. And I'll always remember those sweet Septembers of love when we were free. Girl, it's alright if you wanna leave. Oh, baby, said it's alright. Don't you worry about me. No, no, darling. Girl, it's alright if you wanna leave. I'll get over you. Said it's all